Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Cool Wrench, as you may know me. Today I have a deck profile to do for an upcoming deck that's coming out in Lord of Tachyon. Now, I've been running this deck on Dueling Network and also in my locals, just testing it out. And it's been running really well, and I really love this deck so far. So, I just want to show you my current build. Actually, well, this isn't even my current build anyway. I have a version 2, which I will be posting up later this week, probably, once I get the cards in. But also, I have some cards I need to actually buy that I can't currently buy until Lord of Tachyon comes out and I sell some cards, so that might take a while. So, anyway, let's go to what I have so far. This build is Mecha Phantom Beast, or Mist Valley Mecha Phantom Beast. So it runs a lot better than just plain old Mecha Phantom Beast, because they're a little slow by themselves. So we don't need that. No, we don't. We like speed. They are speed. Anyway, for your monsters, I believe there's 18, I don't know. But anyway, you run Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf, 3 of those. He's your normal summon, get a token, and also your beat stick for this deck. So when you attack with him, you contribute the token and gain 800 attack, so he'll have 2500 attack, and that's a lot of attack. That gets over almost most of the starters and anything early game. He gets over all those. So it's a very nice card. You want to have 3 of those. For the next 3 cards, you run 3 Mecha Phantom Beast Megaraptors. Megaraptor is your also another beat stick, 1900 attack, and also you contribute a token to search your deck for another Mega Phantom Beast. So also, this is your searcher of the deck. Great card. If you have a token on the field already, and you, my best way to get him out is using Hamstrat if he's already in the graveyard, and special summoning him, and then searching. Great card. You run 3 of the Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrats. Now this will be an Ultra card in Lord of Tachyon. I don't know about his pricing, but shouldn't be all that hard to get. So, run 3 of them. They're nice. This is, if you set him and he gets attacked, you get 2 tokens, he still dies if there's no tokens on the field already present. But if there is a token on the field already and he flips, then you can keep him and you get the 2 tokens as well. That's just his ruling, but it's cool. So he special summons 2 tokens, and he can also tribute 1 token, special and Mecha Phantom Beast in the graveyard, which is really cool. He brings out the other Mecha Phantom Beasts back from your graveyard. This is so good. Yes. Our other Mecha Phantoms, we don't run very many of the copies. You want to run StealthRay. He's your MST of the deck. And he looks like a little, what do they call those things? Fuck, I already forget now. Stingray, yeah. Don't let her poke you. Pokes them trap cards and spell cards. But anyway, if he inflicts battle damage, you get a token as well. So you can set him, and he's got a ridiculously high amount of defense for a level 3. So your opponent attacks into him, you usually get a token because they don't have enough attack. And then you can use it to pop something next turn. 1 BeastFalcon. BeastFalcon is also very good to search out with Megaraptor. If you want to go, if you've already normal summoned already, or if you can special summon. If you can special summon, you always kind of want to go to BeastRaptor, because if you attack, or you declare an attack with this card, it gets a token. So even if you're going to attack into a monster with higher attack, you'll still survive. Your token will protect you. You'll take a little damage, but then you can use his effect later, which is his effect is during either player's turn, you can tribute a token to switch a monster defense. So it kind of saves your ass a lot. So I run one of them. That's all for the Mega Phantom Beast. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you run 11 copies of the Mecha Phantom Beast in the monster deck, or monster part of it. That's not all the monsters though. I did have one up here, Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing, but Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing doesn't come out till Light of Judgment, so I'll probably switch him out with Delta Flyer, just because he's another wind I can search out. And he also allows me to make different plays, such as level 8 synchros, so I'll probably switch him out right now. Yeah. Switching out cards. Delta Wing. So broken. Yeah, so Delta Wing is once per turn, you can select another monster you have, increase level by 1. So if I have a 4 already on the field, a 4 and this card, I can make that 4 or 5. I go for level 8 synchros, so that helps me a lot. Gets me out Crimson Blader, and also what is that other one I have? Just any level 8 synchro that I need to pull out at that time, so it's nice. For my bouncers, I run 3 Genex Birdman. This card in this deck is really broken, especially if you use it with Tetherwolf or your Mecha Phantom Beast Dragosax. Now you can bounce any wind monster on your field back to your hand, special summon this card, and then if you have your field spell out, you get special summon again from your deck, which is a really cool way to just utilize the cards in your deck without like wasting all the cards in your hand. So yeah, so broken. I have 2 DTs and a super. I hopefully get another DT pretty soon, because it's kind of off having 2 and 1. So yeah, so those are 3 Birdmen. Makes me make my plays for Mistworm most of the time. If I have 2 tokens in this, it's over for them. Yeah, I just bounce 3 cards back to their hand. It's very cool. Great card to have in this deck. And for my last card, the Gorz. It's hard to see, but it is a Gorz. Yeah, I don't know if I have... Oh, there you go. Not really. That's not working either. Anyway, 1 Gorz to stop big plays. If you have nothing on the field, he brings a token to the field, which is also level 7, and almost all your monsters can make level 7, so not a bad choice. And that's all for the monsters. So that is a total of, let's see, we had 11 monsters, I believe, before the floaters, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 monsters in total so far. But I do want to add different cards. I don't run all these cards in Dueling Network, so I will probably change up this a bit. I do have some Wing Rhinos on the way, and I'm just going to try different versions of the deck, see how they work, then post them up later. Anyway, let's get to the spells. So spells, for the spells that we don't run in every other deck, and our particulars deck exactly, are Fires of Doomsday. I run 2 right now. I probably run 3 in my version 2, but so far I run 2 because it's a quick play spell. Gives you 2 tokens, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense, and thank God on Dueling Network they do say you cannot special summon after you use this card, but these actually don't. So I'm glad they changed the text, because this would slow me down a lot. Anyway, I run 2 right now. 2 Divine Winds of Mist Valley. Now this is my main field spell. Once per turn, if a monster is bounced to my hand, I can special another wind monster from my deck. So I use this I abuse this with Birdman, and I also abuse it with a compulsory evacuation device, and also wing rhinos, because wing rhinos, if a trap card is activated, they bounce back to my hand, and I just get a new monster. So broken. Only 2 of the field spells, because I don't like to run 3. Sometimes they're a lot of times a dead draw. I might run 3 when Ancient Fairy Dragon comes out. That's the dark version. It could help me a lot. But for now I run 2, and a Terraform to search it out. Even though I might not run Terraforming now that I have Ancient Fairy Dragon. I didn't have him till yesterday. And I realized I can just search the other Mist Valleys out with, and also gain 1,000 life points with him, so that's not too bad. And it's a Terraforming just in a monster card. So, it's very good. Also, limiter removal, since they're all machines, this is great to go for game. Like, if you want to push really hard to go for game, you have 3 monsters out, you can normally hit game just with this card. It doubles their attack, and people just shit their pants once they see this card, because they're just like, oh man, 5,200 attack on a Dragosack? That's absurd. It's so broken. So yeah, limiter removal, great card. Mind Control, to get those pesky cards that you can't get over out of the way. You can also use them to XYZ and stuff like that. Good card. 2 Mystical Spaces so far. I only run 2 because this deck, most of the cards can't be destroyed by card effects or battle if there's a token on the field. So like, I'm not too scared of bottomless and that stuff, even unless I don't have a token on the field already. But this is more for like solemn warnings and stuff. If they're heavy back row, I might throw in a 3rd or a Heavy Storm. This deck does not run Heavy Storm. Doesn't need it really. I have basically 3 MSTs with the StealthRay, so it's not too bad. 1 Pot of Duality. It does have some trouble starting off, so if you get this early, or even late game, like, you can just set your Hamstrat and then use Pot of Duality for another trap card or something. It's very good. You don't want to run too many of those, because you do want to XYZ a lot, or exceed a lot. So, just 1 of them is fine. A Book of Moon stops plays as well. If your Hamstrat's face down and someone attacks it, you want to kind of save it. You don't want people to destroy it, because you can special summon with the tokens that it brings you later. So you kind of want to save it from being destroyed a turn. And then, I don't run the Trinity, just run the Monster Reborn and the Dark Hole. Because, yeah, Monster Reborn is just broken. It needs to be banned. So broken. Dark Hole just because it's Dark Hole. And my, any Mass Destruction cards, such as Monster Reborn, or not Master Reborn, Dark Hole. That's so Mass Destruction. Any card like Dark Hole, Torrential Tribute, and all that stuff. With Mecha Phantom Beast, if you have a token on the field, only the tokens die, which is really good. Keeps all your Mecha Phantom Beasts still in the field, so they can't just push for game so quickly. It helps you out a lot. For traps, well, let's see how many cards this is really quick. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 spells so far. So it is a consistent, like, spells are about the same amount as traps in this deck, I believe. So, for traps, we have 1 aerial recharge, even though I want to run 2. I really do want to run 2, I just didn't print out another copy. So I only have 1 right now. This card is really broken, saves me so much. It's like it's defensive if you don't have anything on the field already. If you have a Mecha Phantom Beast already and no tokens, this saves them. Yeah, it's great. So, run those. 3 Compulses. Most broken card on the deck. It's chainable to anything. And you can use them just to bounce back cards to your hand. Special summon another one. even if it's on your opponent's turn, make sure it's once per turn with that field spell. So choose wisely what you compulse. 2 calls, because they're calls, and you can use these, especially when a Cult Wing comes out. You get a special Cult Wing. He brings 2 tokens, and even if they destroy this, or even if it's destroyed, your Cult Wing will stay, because the tokens prevent him from being destroyed. So call just goes to the graveyard, and your Cult Wing stays like a boss. 1 Solemn. I don't run the warnings. Just I need Judgment stops all the big plays. Everything, like, if you're gonna use a Solemn, make sure it's a good play. Like, stop their main play, because you don't want to lose that many life points over it. It does stop people though. 1 Deep Riz. I do want to run 2 Deep Riz, but right now I only have 1, so that's too bad. What I want to run. 1 Bottomless. 1 Bottomless is fine. I don't think you need 2, especially in this deck. All the cards kind of clear out the field anyway. So yeah, I have 1 Torrential Tribute in here, but I do not want to run Torrential Tribute just because I don't want to mass destruction my cards as well. So my card that I would run instead of this would be Monster Reborn. Not Monster Reborn. I keep on saying that card. I guess I just love that card or something. Keep on saying it today. Anyway, I would run Mirror Force over this because that's just for your opponent, and I don't like Torrential Tribute in this deck too much. But I mean, if you don't have any monsters, yes, great. It would destroy a lot of your opponent's monsters, but not in this deck. I prefer not to run it, but this is what I have so far for the traps. Going on to the extra deck. Now it is a synchro version with X-Seeds. I don't have all the synchros yet that I need. One of the main ones is Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's pretty broken. You can special summon level 4. Is it lower 4 or lower? Yeah, level 4 or lower monster from your hand once per turn using its effect, but you can't conduct your battle phase use it, so don't use it too often. Also, his other effect is you can destroy one of your field spells to gain 1,000 attack, and then search out another field spell. So if you need a quick 1,000 and you have another field spell in your deck, just use this effect, gain 1,000, and get another field spell. It's pretty good. It's level 7, so you can also use it for your Drago Sacks later on. So it's so good. If you need a beat stick, I have a Scrap Archtrine, but I'm gonna replace this. This is kind of useless in this deck. I'll probably use a Crimson Blader or some other level 8 synchro that I can pull off, because I need a level 8 in here that I can bring out now that I have Delta Wing out there. My favorite card for synchros to go into, Mistworm. 2 tokens in the Genex ally Birdman just pulls out Mistworm, and Mistworm's a boss. He just comes to the field and he just flips the table for your opponent. Just if you can imagine that guy just flipping the table like that meme, that's what happens. I mean, he just comes on the field and he just flips you off. It's pretty cool. Broken. Sends 3 cards back from your opponent's side of the field to their hand. And you can basically go for game. Unless they have chainable trap cards, then I guess you could still win. But this card is hard to stop. It really is, and it's just broken. I might run 2, but for now I only run 1. I'm testing it, just how it runs. For your level 4s, it's all depending. I run 1 Maestroke. It's pretty good. 1 Lightning Chidori, because they're all wins. I do sometimes pull out lightning, not all the time though. One Daigusto Emerald. If I have a lot of monsters in my graveyard, I'll pull out Daigusto Emerald and draw one card for it. So it's pretty good. One Photon Papillaperative, because it's Papillaperative. It's good against those pesky face downs. You can flip a face up and attack over it. And one number 939 Utopia. Mine's DT, but it doesn't really matter why if it's DT or not. It just stops. It's just your key card in your level 4s. For level 6, I run a Photon Strike Bouncer. Now you're asking, how do you make levels rank 6? And that's easy. You use a Hamstrat and or maybe another Hamstrat or a StealthRay. And if there's one token on the field, you can make it easy rank 6. So that's a Photon Strike Bouncer. He's one of the best level 6 out there. Or rank 6. Oh my god, rank 6. Also, Swordbreaker is another good rank 6 so far that I have currently. Now I will replace this with the Big Eye when I have one, because Big Eye is so expensive now that Elemental Dragons are all common, so it's not gonna be too good. 3 Mecha Phantom Beast Dragosax is what I run so far. I really do like 3. I mean, I normally only pull off 2, but I can pull off 3 if I can. Like, I will normally compulse these back to my hand, or back to my extra deck, just to use the Mist Valley's effect, and have a refresh on my Dragosax, but I can't see myself pulling off 3 of these. So yeah, I run 3. I might take one out for another Big Eye, just to have 2 and 2. But yeah, this card is the most broken card in the deck. He's broken card in any deck, honestly, that can pull out rank 7s. If you don't know what his effect is already, you can detach 1 to special summon 2 tokens, make a Phantom Beast. While there's tokens, it can't be destroyed by a battle or card effect. And you can also, once per turn, tribute 1 card to destroy any card on the field. So, pretty good. Now, my other ones, this is going to be a Big Eye, I know it. I don't want to keep Gaia Dragon. I mean, I only have 2 rank 6s, so I don't want to keep that very often. And then, Gustav Max, the Super Dreadnought Railway Cannon. He's also a very viable option in this deck, especially since, 1, you can make rank 10s pretty easily, just with a level 4 like Tetherwolf with 2 tokens on the field. So you need 2 of your level 4s with 2 tokens on the field. You can pull out Gustav Max, deal 2,000 damage, and then use limited removal for 6,000 game. Broken. Woo. That's Gustav Max. You can also run 2 of him if you wanted to, because you can pull off getting another Gustav Max later game. It's pretty easy to pull out, honestly, for this deck. I was surprised. So that's 8 for the extra deck. I believe that's 15 cards. And we'll be switching it up a little bit as I get more cards, but I'll let you know. For side deck, my side deck, I'm kind of newer to Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, not that new, but I don't have all the cards that are like the best. I will replacing these. Like, I need some Droll and Lockbirds and all that crazy stuff for the new archetypes, but so far, like, this is what I have for side deck. It's not the greatest. I run 2 Thunder Kings, even though they're not like wins or anything. This card does stop a lot of decks. It keeps them from searching. You can negate special summon. It's pretty good. 1 Effect Veiler, because it's Effect Veiler, and who can't forget that haircut on there. So yeah, this card stops big plays as well. People don't expect it as much as they did before when they came out, so use them. 1 DD Crow. I might not run DD Crow. This is a kind of a quick play, but I like Soul Release a lot because it takes out 5 of their monsters. It helps me with Lightsworns to get rid of There are 4 targets for Judgment Dragon. Also for Chaos Dragons, I just get rid of the Dark Monsters because they don't run as many Dark Monsters. So I banish those, and they have a hard time getting out their boss monsters. For almost every deck, I can banish some sort of thing to just slow them down. So run something that does banish a lot. Maxi, chain to those decks, you special summon a lot. It does stop them from like playing out that turn though too. Like if your opponent's about to go off on you and you play Maxi, they don't want to do much. Like they don't want you having too much of a hand advantage, so they'll pretty much stop summoning that turn as much as they can. Like they won't go as much. It's a great card. 1 Trag. Trag is also like OTK stopper, so you can run 1 Trag. You'll usually have a lot of cards in your hand, so Trag's so good, man. He want to protect you all day. He want to beat your friend. I don't even know what it is. It's like an ugly ass spider or something coming on you. Yeah. So 1 dress. Just because I have like 4 dress laying around, I decided to throw 1 in here just because. I'm not even sure what the purpose of it is. Maybe protect my Dragosack. I don't think I would ever run dress. 1 Prohibition. This deck, I mean, Prohibition is good against any deck. Like you can call out Mystical Space Typhoons or something. Something that they only run 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Run Prohibition. Like you're set against their back row. If they run JDs, call JD. If they run spellbooks, call Priestess. Or actually, you know, like if you called one of their spellbook cards, Spellbook of Fate, they can't do anything without the Spellbook of Fate. They couldn't like get rid of this card anyway, so run him with either call Priestess or call Spellbook of Fate, because they'll pop the card either way. But it slows them down. 1 Heavy for those troublesome decks that run a lot of back row. So you just swap that in, and you have 2 Mystical Spaces already. So 2 Mystical Spaces Heavy, you're bound to get 1 of them and destroy those back row. So it goes a match for those things that don't all use the same type of attribute. So yeah, mine are all wins, so it doesn't hurt me at all. 1 Chain Destruction for anything that runs little monsters. You gotta get those pesky little monsters out of there. Treeborn, especially. Banish them all. Just, they don't even know what to do. And a Prideful Roar for Ophions and stuff, because this is the only card that'll work against him. And a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, just for any dark deck, because it slows him down. Anyway, this has been Mecha Fan and Beast for you. Miss Valley, I hope to bring you part 2 soon with a new update. I do have Lord Tachyon boxes coming as well, so I'll do unboxing of that whole set. So I hope you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.